Welcome back to the channel and the continuation of this buying a house in Denmark adventure that we're on. As of now, we're waiting for a contract, or two contracts actually, to then, if it all comes out clear, sign and move ahead with the purchase. It escalated quite quickly. The two properties I found last time, I remember taking you over on that video, and we looked around at a few different options, and there were two well-priced ones that I wanted to continue researching. I booked an appointment with a realtor, and I had my buddy, who's also an investor in Denmark and developer in Denmark, come with me, or I went with him, but we stopped on my properties on the way there to see if they were worthwhile pursuing. So he picked me up in the morning, drove down to the ferry, got on the boat, which is always great. I love going on the boat. And then off in Denmark, drove up the coast to where these lots are located, or these houses. And if you saw the last video, you'll know the idea was to like buy rundown houses, renovate them, and increase the value, and then send them off. But here, it turned out we had two big lots on a really good location with rough houses on them. But the location is so good that new builds will very well do quite a good profit there, since we build relatively affordable by new construction standards. It looks like a really good development. So we put a really low offer in right there after watching them, and that whole process with the realtor showing us around, I was so excited I completely forgot to film it. But we ended up putting in a really low offer there, or not really low, but an aggressive offer. That we kind of knew would be rejected, but it wasn't as rejected as we thought. So after that meeting with the realtor and looking around, we went down to the beach, just a short walk to see what it was like, the area. We went by a realtor to check a bunch of comparisons, to check what the average square feet of selling, or like square meter price was in the area, and then just drove around a little bit. After which we visited one of his developments where he's restoring an old house next to two new apartment buildings that he built. And then back on the ferry and drive back home. It's been about a week now, week and a half, and I've been having steady contact with the realtor where I've kept going back and forth in negotiations with them. And as of now, they have accepted our last offer, which is quite a bit below what they were asking, which according to our research, already seems to be very affordable in that area. And we have had our Danish engineer look it over, and there is a potential of taking these two lots that are located, instead of buying one house, it'll be two, and they're located right next to each other. And with their combined area, there is a plausible chance of being allowed to section it into three lots. Now that's just pure bonus if that works out. It doesn't have to work out. If it does, that'd be great. If it doesn't, just redeveloping, like tearing down the two old houses and building two new ones. Something like the stuff in here. There's a bunch of like different models available from our builder. We'll bring them over, put them up over there, and clean up the yard and sell them with a profit. That's the goal. So instead of like buying an old house where his carpenters can live, it looks like I got myself involved with real estate development in Denmark, which feels kind of crazy. But this old man that's helping me, the investor, is being very generous. So I'm putting in some money, he's putting in a lot more. I get to run the project, and if it goes well, we'll split the profits. He's been very supportive because he thinks it's a great deal, which makes me very excited. I also get access to a lot of his professionals and stuff. So went like, from being something manageable to something quite new for me and quite big for me. These are really good locations, expensive locations, so that it's expensive lots, and we need to build nice houses, and it's a big project for me. I haven't done that big of projects before, but nothing done yet. We'll have to wait and see. As of now, the sellers are going through the realtor's contract to approve them. If they approve them, they'll send them to us. We'll have our attorney in Denmark go through all of it and do the due diligence on the properties and all that. If that's clear, we'll be signing, hopefully next week. And that's where we're at right now. Whew. Next week we'll know if it's biggest project of my life or if it's nothing at all. Let's see. Thank you for watching and see you soon.